What's good, everybody? This is Mac, aka your boy, giving you a heads up that this is part one of a three-part series with my homegirl Denise. In this, I guess, trilogy, we'll be talking about uh, IG Live battles, more particularly the Versus series produced by Timbaland and Swiss Beats, where musical artists go head to head, playing their best hits, and the voters in the room, or the members in the room, will go ahead and vote on the winner after 20 rounds. So, in this particular one, we'll be talking about a rumored battle between Bobby Valentino and Pleasure P and why this should not be happening. So, again, 3 hours talking about this, and then mostly just catching up with the homegirl, talking about some pettiness and some shenanigans. So I hope you guys enjoy. Again, this is part one of a three-part series. Y'all take care. Peace. Let me just welcome everybody to another installment of I Said What I Said. Don't at me. I'm your host, Mac, aka your boy, and today I can thank the coronavirus for making available a real good friend of mine. I've known her for about 10 going on 11 years. It was 2009, May 2009. We met on the
Facts.
TDY, and I hit her up because I know she had jokes for what I wanted to talk about today. But I know she's super busy, but she said she had nothing but time today. So y'all are in luck. Here's my good friend Denise. Go ahead and say something to the people.
Hi, good people. I'm here. I'm here today because where the fuck else am I going to be at but here with y'all? Yay.
That is a fact. Because I was out here so bored. I'm
Facts.
like, let me go out here and make this garden in the backyard for my wife, uh, thinking I'm gonna till the ground and stuff. Because I bought a little tiller and stuff, and bruh, I started trying to till.
Okay, Peter, bitch, you
I
out
was,
there playing
bruh,
shit?
I was hitting rocks. My back was hurting, and like I got this patch of grass or not patch of dirt back there now with all this
Hold up.
grass, and I just what's up?
I just thought about that. Y'all can actually have real life gardens out in Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, because as long as you got
Like
a
not
source
indoor
of water,
gardens, but outdoor ones.
yeah. Like if you prep the ground and put the soil in there and do all that stuff, you can grow all the shit out here. The thing is, do you want to start prepping the ground, which is where I'm at right now, trying to prep the ground, and it is nothing but like a thin layer of dirt and some the most
Right.
stubborn grass in the world, apparently. Um, like it looks like I can dig, like shovel it and turn the soil and stuff, but it's not soil.
Mm.
It's just sand and rocks up underneath some shit. And I didn't figure that out until I started doing that shit. So then I was just like, you know what, fuck it. So now we just got a patch of dirt back there that I'm gonna have to do something with. But
I was about to say, so you can grow carrots and lima beans and sand?
I mean, if you dig enough of the sand out and replace it with soil, yes. And like I said, if you got some water, you can water it and stuff. But I mean, for the most part, the only thing people like people's backyards in our housing area, they got like orange trees, lemon trees, things like that. I don't think nobody's growing
Oh,
like nobody's growing like watermelons and shit. It's all like above
well,
ground
why
stuff like
not?
tomatoes. I guess you could probably try. I don't know. Like I'm not a gardening person. I know she tried. She like bought a small one of them little cheap ass pools, filled it up with soil, and then
Mhm.
tried to have her thing in there. But then she left it in like the one spot in the backyard that gets sun 24 hours a day, so her vegetables got cooked up. They dried out real quick.
Damn.
Yep. So I'm trying to fix up a garden for her or something like that. She got a little indoor herb garden that she has in a windowsill that grows just fine. So I don't know. I was just sitting here and I'm just like, you know what? Let me make use of my time. Let me go out there and do something. And I started tilling that stuff and rocks, just constant rocks. I'm like, what is happening out here, man?
Like I would hose the whole area down and
Were
be.
you saying spirits?
I was damn near about to. I was damn near about to because the way my back was hunched over and grunting, and I would get up and do one of these things, look up at the sky and wonder like, what am I doing out here? It was almost about to be like that. Mm-hmm. Might have helped a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, well, see, well, I mean, I didn't think like spirituals of that nature, I was thinking hood rat spirituals, from 3 6 Mafia or
Oh
Nelly
no,
or things of that nature, but here nor
that would
there.
just make me like mad at myself and break the tools that I bought to do that shit. Like the fuck am I doing out here? Just break shit over my leg, just go in the house and be like, you ain't getting no garden. But I can't be doing that stuff, man.
Facts.
I got kids in the house. I gotta set an example. Anyway.
And you got to plant these vegetables because the
Ah,
world is ending because of coronavirus.
low key, that'd probably be a little motivation. But I don't know what we're gonna be growing in. I mean, because I got to do work on that area. Like I was doing, like I had this little $20
Right.
tiller. It's like a hand powered one from Home Depot, and it wasn't working. Like, and then I just went online and just ordered me an electric one where I just plug that shit in and just push it like a lawnmower, and then it digs it up for me. So work smarter, not harder. I thought I was trying to do. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get my exercise and do something. Two birds, one stone. And I instantly regretted the shit. Like about 20 minutes into that thing, I was like, man, it's the worst decision I made in my life. Now I got to take another shower after I took a shower that morning already. I'm like, this is just a waste of time. Stealing moisture from my body because every time you shower,
And water.
it was just a bad move. And you know what? I'm willing to admit it. It was a bad move. Now I'm bettering myself because I'm just getting that electric one to do it for me. Anyways, so as she was,
Hey,
the Rona has people locked in their homes for the most part. Everybody's saying stay
yes.
at home to the end of the month, into April. So the good news is a lot of the celebrities are on lockdown too. A lot of the musicians and stuff, and what they've been doing is going on IG and doing these IG battles. And I think the first one was
Yes.
I think Timberland and Swiss Beats. I think.
Yes, in fact, they were the ones who started that whole thing. They have a series lined up and it's called Versus. And apparently, not that I've done like a lot of research, but I've done just enough. They already have like these battles set up, and it's like different producers versus different producers, different songwriters versus songwriters, all kinds of stuff. So the first one was Timberland and Swiss Beats. I happened to miss that. I would have loved to have tuned in, but
I
yeah,
saw
it's
I
a
saw
thing.
somebody put some highlights on it on YouTube, and I think it was like
Okay.
about 3 or 4 rounds out of what they did. And like when I saw Timberland was on it, I thought he was gonna play like his old beats from like Missy's first album, all that other stuff. But
Right.
he was trying to do new stuff, and I was just like, like, I don't know. I think Swiss won that one. I mean, not that, like I cannot make beats. Let me put that out there first and foremost for anybody who thinks that I'm just saying stuff to like I can do better than Timberland. I cannot. However, based on what Timberland used to do and what his beats were to me to like now, it ain't the same. Like it just wasn't doing it for me. Swiss Beats is just, he knows where his bag is at, and he was making his beats, and I was just like, I feel you, Swiss. Like I think Swiss won that battle.
Okay.
But I
So what's
know
a battle that you're looking forward to?
um I will say this. Now it was like Tim and Swiss, and then I think the most recent one that like broke all IG viewing records was like this last one, the T-Pain and Little John. Because they had like I think
Yeah.
350,000 people viewing that one, and that was a nice one. I like that one because it brought back memories. Like they were playing old shit that they was famous for, and then they dropped a couple of new releases or unreleased tracks, And I was just like, oh shit, look at this. Like, this is what's
Right.
up. I like this. I like this. I mean, you had other battles that I missed. It was a Hit Boy and Boy Wonder, The Dream and Sean Garrett. Like, at first, I was just like, I thought they were going to play the songs off their albums because Sean Garrett is a trash singer.
Right.
Dope ass songwriter. So they were just playing songs that they were credited. They were playing songs that they had.
Right. Okay.
And then so I was just like, oh shit, this is dope. You know, I like that. And then who else did that? Neo and some other person did the same thing. So like that was hitting my R&B fix.
Jonta something.
Last name was Jonta Austin or something like that. And like songs, and I didn't even know they had a part in those songs. Like they started playing a song. I'm like, the hell is he playing this for?
Right.
And he wrote it. I'm like, damn. So then, I mean, so that was giving me my R&B fix. Timbaland and all them dudes was giving me my hip hop fix, right? Okay. And then Friday, was it a Friday? It was a Saturday. I was scrolling on my Facebook, and a friend of mine who knew that it's been a while since I was messy, right? So she sent something to me, and it was Bobby Valentino.
I just made you said that.
Because you know I be trying to be
I'm
positive.
sorry, who?
I be trying to be positive. It was Bobby Valentino. I think, yeah, Bobby V.
Oh.
And like he has this weird mohawk thing going on. He had a fur coat on, and he had like gold fangs in his mouth to grill with shades, and he was by his piano with his one platinum plaque in the back. You know, shout out to him, because I got 0 platinum plaques, so I'm not saying shit. I'm just saying that was, what was that, back in 2005 when he dropped that? So it's been a minute since we heard from Bobby, right?
What?
Go ahead.
No, Bobby was dropping before 2005. Like, he was early 2000s, like 2002, 2003. Now, like, yeah, it was in like super early in the 2000s. You know, millennium.
Sure? Where my phone at?
Google it, bro.
Deployed in 2003. Let me see. That had to be like 2005 or something. Even if it wasn't.
I feel like I was in high school when Bob graduated in 2005.
What is his discography? Yes, Slow
You on
Down.
Wikipedia?
Slow Down says it was on his album that came out 2005. Either way, was it? Then he had another album? Special Occasion. I didn't even know he had a second album. Yep. So Bobby Valentino, his debut album, April 26, 2005. And I ain't gonna lie.
So that's still relatively early.
That album went hard. I ain't gonna lie. When that album dropped, I bought it, and I was like, damn, this man killing it right now. Then he like did no other music. No, wait. He was on Lil Wayne's Mrs. Officer. He sang the siren.
Yes.
He sang the siren. Right. And I don't know what other features he was on. Pimping All Over the World with
okay, so he had that. Then there was the Slow Down song that he had.
Yeah. That was a joint off his
then there was
I'm talking about.
Then there was Anonymous.
Weren't on Anonymous.
Yeah.
Was that on his second album that I didn't know about?
I feel like Anonymous was on the first album. Like, I really seriously think that like we started hearing music from Bobby Valentino in like 2004.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure he had music out before because Ludacris had to have heard something before signing him. He just ain't gonna look at this dude and be like, yeah, you on my list.
Yeah. What? Oh, he was signed by Ludacris?
Yeah, he was on a DTP. That's why Ludacris was on his first album. Let this be the day that you
Man, I
change
feel
your
old.
life. That's the only part I know where he come on.
Oh
Let
yeah.
this be the day that you change your life. And Bobby Valentino
And
come
he had
on.
that one song about Turn the Page. That's what it was called.
Oh, I remember that one because it was like
Yeah.
a
So I mean,
premiere on
he
106
had.
Park.
So that's like 5 songs.
Yeah, I mean he
And I
had
think
some
that's about
songs
as
on
it
the
goes.
first album that were not singles, and I was like, yo, this song
Okay.
goes. But as far as like if I'm sitting down and I'm just like I'm gonna have a battle with someone with my songs, and all I got is 2 studio albums and then some features. Like I don't know. Like I don't know if he was just gonna play each one of his songs on the album in a row and be like, "Look, I got 24 hits." Like, you got 24 songs. I don't know if they 24 hits. That's where
And he was going up against Pleasure P, right?
Yep. Pleasure P. Speaking of him.
Okay, so let's go ahead and name off them hits. Other than Girlfriend Number 2, that's the only one that comes to mind. What else do we have?
When I hear Pleasure P, if you guys don't know who that is, he was in the group Pretty Ricky, and he was, I guess, the singer of the group, right?
Yeah, I think he was the lead singer.
Because they all sang, right? Or tried to sing?
No. Like
no. You said that quick.
No. I know. I said that quick. So actually, I don't know. I couldn't tell you if they all actually sang. Like I know one of them, like the one he looked like a critter, like a gremlin. His name was Smith.
It's all the Miami dudes.
Something. Something. I don't know. The little gremlin one. He had dreads. He rapped. But then Baby Blue Whoa, which was like the one, he was kind of like a teddy bear. A little chubby, I guess.
The only ones I know.
Maybe he was muscles back then.
Was
I don't know.
Was a Pleasure P, and then your boy Spectacular. And I only know Spectacular because he was.
And you know what? Spectacular, I think, was a hype man.
He had to be because he was the one on YouTube trying to battle
a hype man
people,
and a dancer.
Trying to battle other R&B singers in a grind off. You remember that shit?
So yeah, he hype man and a dancer. Yeah. So that means Pleasure P was the only actual singer of the group. Maybe the other guys provided, like, they contributed vocals, ad-libs.
They tried to
but
harmonize.
Two of them were definitely like rappers, and one was a hype man.
Yeah. Yeah, because they had the. I mean, they were all short. Because I didn't know how short they were until they like came on 106 in Park one day, and like I knew AJ's a giant, but then like they was the same height or shorter than Free. I was just like, damn, all y'all short. But
yeah,
I know Pleasure P was. I think he's the only one that did a solo project from the group.
Yeah.
And his album is the introduction of Marcus Cooper, and he had Boyfriend Number 2, and I know the other one he had was Under, and that was like the slow joint.
Under what?
It's just Under. It's a smash hit, is what I like to call it, because you play it when you're about to smash.
It?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But then like he has 13 songs on there, and I only heard of 2. Nope. Then there's like I Did You Wrong. And I think that's hold on, let me see if I can play this real quick.
Yeah, you gotta play this because right now I'm giving him one song.
You only giving him one?
Yeah, Girlfriend Number 2. Like, I don't know these other 2 that you speak of.
All right, hold on. Can you hear it?
No. Okay, now I do.
Sit back and think for a second.
Try to get to the chorus.
Oh, this is a song. Okay.
Is
You
this
know
the one
what? I
that's like,
thought this
I
was
did
one
you
that was all
wrong,
Pretty Ricky
I
did.
did you wrong? Is that all right? Cool.
Ooh, hit the vocals again.
I did you wrong. That's something wrong. Don't tempt me.
Oh
I'm getting in
God,
the battle too.
no.
I'm gonna get in the battle too. uh,
Oh
so
gosh, don't make me
since we're doing
cry.
that, I know you heard. You had to have heard Under then.
Well, you have to play it. So
Oh
refresh
yeah,
my
I'm,
memory.
I'm about to.
Okay. It does not ring a bell.
I'm gonna skip ahead for you.
No.
You hear this?
I hear it, but no, it does not ring a bell. So in my book, it was not a smash. It was not a hit.
Oh
Maybe
well, I'm
people were
sorry.
smashing to this song, but it's not a hit.
My bad.
Doesn't count.
I'm telling on myself then.
Don't bring
I
that
never
to
heard
the
that
battle,
song
sir.
either.
Do not bring that to the battle.
Cool. But yeah, he has that one. I guess those are the
Oh,
three.
so you Googled it and you try to co-sign on it.
Who? Under? There's an official video, so it had to be a release. You know what I'm saying? The other ones just take you to like
That
a link with
means
audio.
nothing.
Back in the
They put out
this
every
was
day.
back in 09 before streaming was a thing. So you had to have the video for a single. Because that's when 106 was
09.
still
Where
out
was
there.
I was overseas, so that's why I probably missed out on this. I
Oh.
was overseas,
Oh yeah, they ain't playing this in no club. So you're right.
No, not at all. We were
Them
still
was your-
getting sprung and being a little stripper.
Those was in your club days.
Yes, my club days. You know what I'm saying? Doing hood rat
Club
things with my
days.
hood rat friends.
But I don't know any other song Pleasure P has. I think he has like a couple of
Okay.
mixtapes that I never heard of.
What?
Yeah. I sit there and Googled his discography. Hold
Okay.
on. Let me go back to albums. Apparently there is the introduction of Marcus Cooper. And then he has Breakup to Makeup, which is a 15 track mixtape. I think it's a mixtape. I don't know if it's a studio album because I never heard of it.
So, with all of your research, I just have one question.
Yes.
Who asked for this battle between Pleasure P and Bobby Valentino?
My guess is not the general public.
Why do you think that was even a thing?
My guess is not the general public. Nobody asked for this. Bobby Valentino, because I guess some people were like hitting him up like, the hell, who asked for this? And one of his videos on his, because let me tell you, I think their whole thing is just to get some more popularity. And this shit is working. Because I didn't even know Bobby Valentino had an Instagram. So I did all this work to find his Instagram. And he had a video on there explaining he's about people asking me who asked for this. The people on my page, damn it. They asked for this. My fans asked for this. And I'm just like, oh shit. He getting
What
mad.
fans?
Let me tell you how many
what
fans.
fans?
Let me tell you, he got some followers.
You probably about.
He got some followers.
Okay, what we talking about?
In case you're wondering what his IG is, it's Bobby V Show.
We're not. We're not. But I'll be quiet so you can say it again in case your other listeners want to follow.
All right. So it's Bobby V Show, all one word. And he has 262,000 followers. So if all of them jump on to the battle, he already got 260,000 right there watching. So, I mean, he on there.
No.
He you know
what? But okay, cool. So he's got 262,000 followers. How many of them do you think are bots? And how many of them are like those girls who are trying to sell and traffic their sex tapes on IG, aka bots?
I don't know. I would probably say about 10% of them, probably some fake ass accounts. Probably about 20,000 of those things are probably
I would
hit my
go
shit
that
up.
maybe 47% are fake accounts.
How are you getting this number? How
I
you
just
getting this
pulled
number?
it out of the air, but I'm sure it's accurate.
What mathematical equation did you use to get this number?
First of all, if you must know, I used the Pythagorean theorem to come up with this.
All right. So I mean, I'm trash at math. I'm gonna tell you that now. However, I know that is something that's used for triangles.
And I tried to find the angle where he could get some fans. The end.
He got 262,000. I don't know how many Pleasure P got. Let me search his shit real quick.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna tell you where these fans came from, though. You know, I'll tell you where these fans came from.
Pleasure P got 392,000 followers. So you combine both of those, they're gonna have like damn near 600,000 people watching a battle, right?
All right. So
Hypothetically
here's the
speaking.
thing. That's at the most. Hypothetically speaking. Well, okay. Pleasure P probably legitimately does have followers because he's on Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Oh.
Yeah, he was actually on Love and Hip Hop Miami. In fact, I would go out on a limb and say, because I mean, I don't think anybody was really for Pretty Ricky like that, if I'm keeping it a buck with you. But then they appear in Hip Hop Miami, a little washed up, a little different, older, pounds, more bald spots. You know, it's just like, ooh, this is not the Pretty Ricky of our youth and of our childhood, of our teenage years, our adolescents, our hood rat early 20s. Not that group. But somehow, some way, you know, they got things popping on Love and Hip Hop Miami. And the next thing I know, they were on the Millennium Tour.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who else was on the Millennium Tour? Bobby Valentino. And that might be where Bobby, huh?
You saw him? He was there when you went?
Oh yeah.
He sang all 4 of his hits?
So, sir, he sang 2 hits.
2? He was on stage for 2 songs.
No, okay, 2.5. So he was like, okay, who are we talking about? Bobby Valentino or
yes. Bobby.
Pleasure.
You really need somebody.
Okay, Bobby sang Anonymous. And then he sang Turn the Page. And then he did the cyber of the song he did with Lil Wayne.
Wee. That's what he did?
Yeah, that part. He hit that.
He didn't sing Slow Down? Slow Down? Like, if you come at, that's what we looking for, Bobby.
Maybe he did. I'm definitely not going to give him credit for more than 5 songs. I swear to you, I'm not.
No, like, total, but, like, coming to a battle, he only got 4 or 5 where you'd be like, oh, shit, yeah, I remember this, Bobby. You know? Like, me, since, like, I loved his first album, like, if he played anything off that first album, I'd be like, yo, this shit going. Anything off that second one, like, because I remember Turn the Page, and I remember Anonymous, now that you brought those up. Mm-hmm. But then, like, he got 12 more tracks on there. I'm like, what is this? Like, he would have started singing it. I would have been like, oh, this is unreleased music, huh? He'd be like, no, this is 2007. Like, oh, word? Bobby got some
unreleased
music, unreleased new shit. Somebody would have been like, nah, that was 2007. Oh, word? I do not need to be in here. I am not a fan. Where B2K at? Bring them out.
So,
but Pretty Ricky was there too?
Well, we can't bring out B2K because B2K. Yes, Pretty Ricky was
the whole
there.
Group?
He was there, and I want to the whole group, all 4 of them.
Okay. They all had their dreads and shit.
Now, I mean, the only person who was like really like moving across the stage and just like still giving us the energy and vibes that they were serving up back in their youth was Spectacular. The rest of them, it's been a rough decade, if you know what I mean. But you know what? Hey, it's like the reunion tour. They back out there. Giving the
Spectacular is
fans what
like,
they want.
all I got is these dance moves now. Spectacular is like,
That's it. All he has is his dance
I
moves
gotta get my followers
and then
up.
his ad wizard company. That's
Oh,
about
man.
it.
But I'm sitting there looking at it
So-
because most of the people doing these battles have multiple albums out. They got hits, you know, multi-platinum, all these things. They got a like they can go 20 rounds playing hits back and forth, back and forth. I don't know how long this battle would have been.
Right. 10 minutes.
Because the way the rules from how Swiss and Tim put it out, each person plays a 90-second sample each of a song.
My tablet said still.
And then
Your tablet's not dead. It's downstairs.
Wait, where is it?
Downstairs, where you left it at.
Joy's pooping downstairs.
Bro, I'm recording. Go away. Don't tell me about what your brother's doing. No, that's Ethan. Snitching on Gio.
Oh, mommy's see.
You want to see what?
You trying to get on
Nobody
the podcast?
wants you on this podcast, Ethan. Yeah, he wants you on the podcast.
Let him come over.
You want to come and say hello to the... All right, come on. Come over here and say hello to the people.
Hi guys.
What up, Ethan? What's good, man?
Hi.
What you doing? You was playing some video games?
I'm eating chimichangas.
Chimichangas?
Not
You
a
sharing?
chimichangas. It's a taquito, but
Yeah, I
he's
was like,
definitely
that's
eating a
skinny
taquito right
chimichanga.
now. But
Chimichanga.
it's a chimichanga.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want it to be a chimichanga, it can be a chimichanga, okay? But you gonna sit here and eat this in my room.
He just want to be with his mom.
Did you finish
man.
your berries? No, he doesn't. He's no. He just, bro. If you don't get out, get out, get out. You're nasty. Get out. This man just farted.
I heard it too.
You're nasty. Go.
Chimichangas.
You gonna edit this out, right?
I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna see what I can do.
Stop. I don't even care if his little guest feature was in. He's doing the most. It is what it is.
Nah, you just play this later on when you
Yes,
get a girlfriend
sir.
and be like, yo, this is your boyfriend farting.
At age on the radio. So as you were saying about the battle, you said 90 seconds.
Yeah, they play 90 seconds each of their song, and then the people in the room, they vote. So all the people watching it, they vote, be like, who won? So if you're only playing 90 seconds of each of your 5 songs, how long is this battle? You know?
90 seconds of 5 songs. It's not 10 because Bobby's got 5. Pleasure P has 1. Okay, 1.5. I'll give you that. I'll do the wrong thing. That's 2. So Pleasure P got 2 songs he's bringing to the fight, and Bobby got his 5.
That's what
It's still under 10 minutes.
That's what I was looking at it like, what are they doing? What are y'all doing?
And maybe 12,000 viewers to vote.
So first of all,
Maybe.
I'm gonna just ask this question before we get further into it.
Okay.
Would you watch that battle?
You know what? I'm torn.
Go watch the
I'm
battle.
torn. Because honestly, I would. But here's the thing. I would be
You would troll
watching
it.
that battle for all the pettiest. But it would be for the pettiest of reasons.
Yes, 100%.
It would really trolling, like you said, 100%. Like it's really on some. Who asked for this shit? And because you had the nerve to my doorstep, I'm going to entertain you and your reindeer games for a little bit.
You know what my thing would have been? I would have logged in, and I would have been like watching, and they would have been like, "Yeah, we're gonna wait till the room fill up a little bit more before we start up, because it's gonna stay at like 500 people in there or something." And it'll be 5 minutes later, like,
I don't even think they're gonna
yeah,
get
we
500
just gonna go ahead and start.
I really don't.
Oh, just got because
I mean, who really? If you think about it,
are you saying there are not 500 people like me and you signing into this thing to laugh at them?
Okay. So there are definitely 500 people like us who would sign in to troll. But here's the thing. It has to be advertised. Like, for real, I've been up on, like, all the battles. But this particular battle, you had to bring this to my forefront to even know that it was a thing. There's not great marketing going on right now. So if it's not marketed, then all the trolls cannot unite for this one occasion.
Oh, man. I think that the right... the right people knew about it. I did my part. You know, I sent it out to all my petty friends. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, but what if your friend did not do due diligence and put you on?
You right.
You would have missed it.
You right.
I don't even think this shit would have made the shade room. Let's keep it.
Charlemagne would have said something about it. I would have heard something from the Breakfast Club.
Charlemagne would not have touched that with a 10-foot pole. Unless it was to give them.
Charlemagne would have signed into the room, and I would have been like, "Oh shit, Charlemagne is in."
Charlotte.
Oh no,
Shout out to my man.
Let me tell you how messed up I am. I was looking forward all day Monday to this thing, and when the time came, and I went on my IG and I saw neither one of them were live. I went to their pages. That's when I found out they had Instagram pages. I searched up Pleasure P. Okay. He's like, yeah, we had to postpone. And it was 20 minutes until the battle. He talked about we got to postpone because we got to do the paperwork to do or something like that. I was like, paperwork? What? And I guess it's so they can play the music.
No, they had to postpone because they had to find the hits.
I think these cats ain't going to do no better.
They hadn't done their homework.
He's talking about, Jermaine.
That whole battle could have been a TikTok video.
Pleasure P was like, Jermaine Dupri hit him up and told him he has to do this legit. And I'm just like, Jermaine Dupri giving you advice? Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
No, it's a hard no.
Hey, you got to get that paperwork in, you know what I'm saying? You just got it.
And you know what? Maybe Mona Scott Young probably wanted her cut because, you know, Pleasure P is part of Love and Hip Hop. And so she's like, if you're going to be going live, exploiting this, that could be part of a storyline. I may need you to do some paperwork for this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was just...
Them Love and Hip Hop coins.
I just do not believe it. That they were actually going to have this battle. They probably just got a boost. I mean, they got one new follower in me because I'm trying to see when you rescheduling this thing because I need to be in this room to throw in the laughing faces. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when they play a new song, I'm going to be like, oh shit, is this unreleased? And they'd be like, no, this is from my other. Like, I had never heard of this one. Both of y'all take
you know what? Because you are following them, what I need you to do is continue to follow them because I'm not going to. I refuse. But you can. But
you know nothing.
If this battle does come to fruition.
I already told you the pages.
I don't care. It's irrelevant. It's gone.
You know
that was
you
yesterday.
Want to see this battle.
That was yesterday's news.
You know you want to see this battle.
I want you to set up a watch party, like a Facebook watch party.
You better give these guys their stats. Don't be trying to the illegal stream this.
I want to piggyback off of you.
It's for the culture.
I want to piggyback off of you.
It's for the culture. Bobby V said it's for the culture.
No.
We
It's a
doing this for
dead
y'all.
mission.
We doing this for
This
the
battle
culture.
is a dead mission like LimeWire. We're good. I'm
Robbing
good.
these young brothers out of a legal way to
Young,
get some money.
young,
I mean, they're probably younger than me.
young.
They're probably younger than me or the same age.
Bobby V looked like he was somebody's 57-year-old auntie
First,
sitting
it's
there
because
with
he
his
can't get his hair
finest
cut.
church fur on.
All the barbershops closed. He's stuck.
Bobby V got an S curl. He don't need it cut. He just need to put some curl juice in it and he could
Some curl
put some
juice.
water, some Vaseline, a
What
little
it's
razzle
called?
dazzle, get a little sponge. Voila, magic.
Oh man. And you know the messed up part is they're like all the stuff has been rap and hip hop so far. We doing this for R&B. I'm just like R&B had already happened with uh who
Well,
was
no, actually, so one of the big R&B ones that I was looking forward to was the Teddy Riley versus Babyface, and that one got postponed too, and I don't know why. But I'll take a legit
but
postponement from them before I will take one
yeah,
from
because
Bobby V and
you know
Pleasure
they
P.
got hits. You know they have the songs to play
Yeah.
for an hour or whatnot battle. You know what I'm saying? Even the shit with the
Yes,
Dream and
but
Sean Garrett and Neo and Jonta Austin, Jonta, whatever. That shit was R&B. I was there. I was
yeah.
all for it. So I'm like, y'all jumping in here like we doing this for R&B. Like, bro, R&B forgot about y'all. Low key. Like, I forgot all about
Woo.
Bobby Valentino until that post was on my feed. I was like, oh shit, Bobby. What you doing, Bobby? And then I played the audio
Like
on the video.
I
And then I was laughing. I was like, I need to share this because there are some people who need to see this ignorant stuff.
and Antico. You know what? As I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm really wondering how did Bobby Valentino, because I don't know if I told you. So I did go to the Millennium Tour, the concert last year when they came here.
Yeah.
It was actually at oh Lord, the ghettoest of experiences. Story time.
All right. Yes. Got him.
We ready for some stories?
Got him.
All right. So here we go. So there I was.
Where were you?
Yo, I was here. And I got news. I got good word that the Millennium Tour was like, no kidding, going to be a thing. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, when I was the biggest B2K fan known to man. I actually met them. My sister, she's younger than me, she had called into the radio station. She had won a little contest. And the contest was like for a chance to meet B2K in a secret location. So this is like two stories wrapped in one. Y'all in for a real treat. So at the time, I was 10th grade, and she was in the 6th, because we're 4 years apart. So she called in or whatever with all those sixth grade, 11-year-old razzle dazzle magic, and she got us tickets or whatever. And it was to a secret location. So, you know, the day came or whatever. I had my finest flared jeans on and flowery sequin top or whatever the hell we was wearing back in 2003, because the year this was when this occurred or whatever. Could not tell me nothing. My hair was permed, laid to the gods, wanging or whatever. I had them little twisty things up in the front or whatever. Whew, my shit was lit, okay? Before laying your baby hairs was a thing, my shit was all twisted up. Couldn't tell me nothing, right? So me and my sister, not two friends, we went in there, and right? So the secret location was this club called Legend Nightclub. Now, Legend Nightclub is like a hole in the wall, like legit a hole in the wall. Somewhere where probably like 40 and 50-year-olds go to hang out or whatever, cut a rug, and old niggas be sitting there with their drinks. Come here, girl. Offered up their social security cards and checks and shit to you, whatever. Just nastiness, just straight nasty. But this was the venue they chose to have this secret location meetup or whatever. So they didn't perform. This place is like the size of a shoebox. So you got a whole bunch of like crazy little teenage girls. We all in there waiting for B2K to come in. They come in, we get to take pictures with them, and it's a small dance floor. And I'm telling you, I mean, like the small dance floor is probably like 13 by 13.
Is that
Like,
where the group?
Small, like
Is that where they stood? B2K stood on the dance floor.
Well, no. When we took pictures, I think by like the pool tables, and there was like 2 pool tables, and then you transition like 6 feet, and by 6 feet I mean 6 footsteps, and then boom, you're at the dance floor, right? And so the dance floor was going. They had the strobe lights and all that, and the music was playing or whatever. We danced with B2K. Then they escape out the back room, never to be seen again.
How long was it?
And that was my first experience. That's when I met B2K.
How long was the whole event?
All right, so they had us waiting there for them to show up for probably a good hour and a half. To blow through pictures, maybe it was like 20 minutes with all the fans, and I'm pretty sure they were on the dance floor for all of 2.5 songs.
So the wait.
But I do remember that I believe I got to dance with J-Boog, and so like my life was made.
Which one is J-Boog?
J-Boog, well, I mean, now, like at the time, he had a curl. Well, shit, they all had a curl. And they're all short too.
He was one of the darker light
not
skin.
the light skinned one.
He wasn't the beige.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. No, he was not of the waffle variant. He was a chocolate drop.
Because like I remember,
because y'all waffle.
It was Fizz,
y'all waffle tied issues.
Fizz and Raz B. They was like matching the white outfits that they was wearing when they would go in the videos. Like y'all the same color as that white shirt you wearing.
He wasn't one of them. So it wasn't Omarion. He was the other one.
Okay, yeah, I know you talking about.
Like I was a huge fan of him.
That was your crush.
I had a huge crush on him or whatever. Yes, that was Boo. That was in my mind back in 10th grade. We went together. When he was singing "Bump Bump Bump," he was singing that to me.
Why you choose him and not Omarion, like the rest of America?
Because I don't know what it was about Omarion. Like he was okay, but he just did not appeal to me. But J-Boog and that curl activator that he had in his hair, oh my God, it took it to another level. Well, he was like bump, 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 and I was like, yes, or I know that you're wanting this, all that. I was like, yes, I do want that. Put it on.
But he ain't had no real talent though.
He was a hype man with a slight vocal flex.
He's like, I was about to say he was like old boy from Drew Hill, Nokia. But I think like,
yeah.
But like Nokia like produced in some shit, right? Did he like produce and then like make some of the beats or something like that for him? I don't think J-Boog did that.
Nokia was more valid. No, J-Boog did not do that. J-Boog was just another pretty brown-skinned boy with a curl. You could not tell me. Like, I just knew. Like, oh, that curl is natural. I don't know. He must be part Indian. He could be Haitian. I don't know. But that curl is natural. I didn't know that all the niggas in LA were out there getting S curls put in their head. I didn't know this. So I just thought that I had found a brown-skinned dude with curly good hair and I was in love, and that was that.
And that was it.
I didn't know it was a kid.
So how's he looking now on the
I just
the
knew that
tour?
he was brown-skinned.
Was he part of the Millennium Tour?
Well, yes, he was part of the Millennium
Still
Tour.
look
now
the
let
same?
me get back to the Millennium Tour, but that was, yeah, he actually did.
Same
he did,
curl?
a little older, more tattoos. He didn't have the curl anymore. He had the low cut, these or whatever, had the waves. Hair was, but the hairline. Oh, the hairline.
You keep throwing them kits in there, man. Them
the hairline. I mean, it wasn't like back here. Like it wasn't back there. It wasn't as crisp as it was when he was 15 years old. No, the corners were there. They were sharp, but they were sharpened in a different direction.
It was like it would come back and then go straight down here. There was no nice little.
A little bit, but you know. But you know what? He had a lineup. He had a shape up or whatever. And you know, for what it was worth, he still looked the same. Now, like, I wasn't like all in love or obsessed, like, oh my God, like that's J Boog. Like, I wasn't on that energy because at this point, I'm a 32-year-old woman. I know better.
Right.
I know better. But so that was the end of the story of when I first met B2K and I was 15 years old. So right. Now we're going to transition to the Millennium Tour. As most people probably were watching, well, maybe most people weren't. So little known secret about myself, I have a high affinity for ratchet TV. Love and hip hop is my shit. LA, Miami, Atlanta, New York, I don't care. If there's never any love, we don't ever discuss no hip hop. It's a whole bunch of ratchicity and I'm here for it. I tune into VH1 faithfully every Monday and Wednesday, or I put it on DVR, or I'll go and watch it on demand and binge watch. I love me some Love and Hip Hop. So, right. Love and Hip Hop LA was when I guess they really started talking about like trying to make this Millennium Tour like a thing. And like on Love and Hip Hop on the show, they were looking at having Ray J with them. Like I think Ray J was going to be part of B2K, but I don't know how because he was one of the original members. Because, you know, there was some little iffy stuff going on, and they just didn't know, according to the storyline on Love and Hip Hop, they weren't sure if, like, the tour could actually be a thing. But lo and behold, it actually became a thing. So when it became tickets went on sale. My sister and I, and a good friend of mine, Dominique, shout out to her, we were invested, and we decided we were buying tickets to go see the Millennium Tour. Mm-hmm. So we got our tickets, and I want to say the show was like March 22nd or 23rd of last year, something like that. It was a Sunday. We drove all the way out to Baltimore to UMBC, University of Maryland, Baltimore College. Their auditorium is where the concert was held. So that should have been the first red flag. Because the whole time that we bought these tickets, I was under the impression that we were going to Royal Farms Arena. Now, if you're not, are you familiar with Royal Farms? I don't know if they have those out in Arizona.
Nope.
Okay, Royal Farms, just quick side note, Royal Farms is a gas station that boasts they sell the best fried chicken.
Okay. The best. The best, right?
The best.
Hands down.
So I will say the best, but hands down. Now, what I'll say is it is not the best.
Uh-oh, you done froze up on me.
During the holiday break, I decided that I was going to end 2019 by saying that I went to Royal Farms and I did have Royal Farms chicken and waffles. Don't ask me why I was out here buying gas station chicken and waffles, but I can say it actually was pretty good. It's worth. Would I go back to Royal Farms? Like, not purposely, but if it happens, you know, I at least know there will be a good strip and a walk in my future waiting for me there. And that's all I have for about Royal Farms. So back to the story. How that all correlates is there is a arena called Royal Farms Arena. I just knew that the Millennium Tour was actually at Royal Farms Arena. It was not. It was in a small college auditorium, small venue. Should have tipped me off that I was in for some fuckery, but no, didn't realize that at the time. So we got to the said concert, and I'm trying to think, who was the first person to perform? I don't even remember who the first person to perform was. Maybe it was Chingy, because Chingy was on this concert. Chingy had like a little fro. Chingy looked old. Like Chingy looked like one of the nasty old senior citizens that would be offered this Social Security. Come here, girl. Let me get your number. Like that was the vibe that Chingy was serving up, and I was confused because Chingy is not that much older than me. But
Chingy
there
is
we
out
were.
here on
He was like an
tour
elderly,
with PD Pablo.
right there, and we was all in there doing the chicken head with him. We sure were.
I mean, but that's his hit though.
The
So I
way
mean,
you
I
do
wouldn't
that
even be
right
mad.
there.
I wouldn't even be mad. He go out there, sing right there. He do a little Holiday Inn, and then he do that one joint, the slow song he
One
had.
call away.
Yeah. Don't
One call away.
don't call me. If you was my
Only
baby,
one call away. You
you can't
wrote
go.
with me.
If you was my lady. So I mean, I
Exactly.
wouldn't even be mad. He go out there
There
and
we
hit
go.
3
So
songs.
Chingy was out there.
3 songs, 3 hits.
Chingy
Chingy,
actually,
what's up?
Chingy might have been the opening act. He might have been the opening act.
Okay, I can see that.
Chingy performed. Lloyd. Remember Lloyd?
Get it, shouty.
Yes. He's fine too, and I won't.
Okay, I'm trying to think of the songs he would sing there. They would have to be like high energy,
Okay.
and then he'd probably hit you with the. I don't even know. Because every time Lloyd come on, it'd be just those ones. What
Yeah,
others?
I mean the
Did
rest of the
those two
music
in
that he
bounce?
has is primarily slow.
Yeah. He just did them 2
So
songs
he
and
was
bounce.
there. I want to say he did like 3. Because I think he sang Southside, the song that he had with Ashanti, but Ashanti wasn't there.
Well, no, because she out
So he
doing
did.
some other
I
shit.
believe he did Southside.
God damn, this like bright as shit.
And then after Lloyd, I want to say it was Bobby Valentino. Now, here's the thing. When I saw Millennium Tour, I didn't actually look at what the full lineup was. I knew B2K was going to be there. And from watching Love and Hip Hop, I knew that Pretty Ricky was going to be there. And because they had been clowning Chingy and his little old man fro, because he had posted like a little video of him preparing for the show, that's how I knew that he was going to be there. So everybody else who showed up was a pleasant surprise. So Bobby Valentino popped up on the stage. And I was like, who is this Smurf on the stage?
Bobby.
The song started playing. And then they was like, oh, it's Bobby Valentino. And you know what? Girls kind of were like, And then the song started.
Aww.
And they were like, ah. Then we all kind of like sang along. But like, we kind of played him at first because we didn't really know what was going on, who he was, or like why he was there. And then his music started playing. It was like, oh. And then it just kind of made me feel like, damn, like Bobby Valentino has been so long ago that some of this shit sounds foreign and I know it's not. Like I can, if I think enough, I can go back to my childhood and I can remember when I heard these songs.
You wrong.
But you know,
Talk about he came
I'm
out
not
and y'all was
wrong.
like,
He was wrong. See, the thing is like, so here's the thing. Like, let's keep it a buck with Bobby Valentino.
Okay.
Like Bobby Valentino on the scene, you know, he had, you know, he was pretty. He had a little bump, you know, Southside Cali S curl as well, and he wore the cute little polo shirts and shit. So, and you know, he was pint sized. He was like in your pocket. And you was just like, oh, he's cute, he's adorable, whatever. And he could sing. But then he had all of that drama with like he got a transgender person. And then like he just kind of disappeared. You know, same thing happened with Chingy. Chingy also, there's like an alleged incident transgender person or whatever. And then when these types of things happen, they just disappear and you don't hear nothing about them unless people are cracking jokes about their experiences with these transgender people. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I don't know if I don't want to offend any listeners or whatever, but that's just what it was.
Yeah.
That is what caused Bobby V to retreat and never to be seen again until he magically popped out for the Millennium Tour and tried to resurrect his career. And no, he did not play any new music for us while he was at the concert. But you know, a nostalgia type deal, or whatever. It was kind of nice when it was all said and done. Like, oh, you know, I remember that Bobby V song or whatever. And just as quickly as he popped out on the stage like a little smirk, he disappeared. And that was that. Now, the power went out at this concert. And wait, how many sets was there? Okay, so we got through Bobby Valentino.
Who all was there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, so the Yin Yang Twins were there. Okay, okay. So Bobby V, Lloyd, Yin Yang Twins, Chingy. And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but here nor there, not really relevant to the
Yin Yang
story.
Twins. I remember
Power
Yin
went
Yang
out
Twins
in
was
this
on the list.
Yeah, the power went out in this fine facility. And the power was out for like literally 2 hours. And it got hot. And that was when they decided to turn this into Baltimore's The Hood Has Talent. And the host for the evening was running around through the concert hall with his microphone, allowing different girls and guys to attempt to sing for opportunities stage to go meet B2K and other people who are performing on the show.
Right.
You're familiar with the comedian Jess Hilarious?
Yes, I am.
Jess Hilarious was in the building for this show. In fact, an incident that occurred during this show was referenced later on an episode of Love and Hip Hop when she was being confronted by April Jones and Lil Fizz about the information about the relationship that she had released. Apparently they had got like into not really an altercation per se, but Jess tried to go backstage and, you know, she's supposed to be friends with April and Fizz, and Fizz played her and she did not feel valued as a friend. She did not appreciate what occurred. And she released some information about their relationship. It got to the wrong hands and it made a fine storyline for Love and Hip Hop last year. Side note that ties into this show. So as The Hood Has Talent is commencing throughout the night, we're all getting restless and we're just like, yo, hurry this shit up, because we're like, there's other people that we want to see. We did not come here, we did not pay this money for The Hood Has Talent.
Right.
And like I said, that went on for like 2 hours. It got hot. They tried to get everything back up and running, whatever. Eventually, they did.
It was a 2-hour break between professional artists. Like
yes, because the power for the university's auditorium, the power went out.
Oh God. I thought
the
it went
pyrotechnics
out, you know, for like 30 minutes or something. It was 2 hours?
2 hours. 2 hours, it was blown out.
B2K had y'all sitting there in that heat, listening to hood people sing for 2 hours. All right, B2K.
Yes.
All right.
Hearing them sing, they tried to rap. They tried to get Jess Hilarious to come on stage and make some jokes. She refused. Instead, she got into an altercation with Lil Fizz in the backstage. Yeah, that was like a whole thing. Super, super, super pissed that that even happened. But then eventually they got the power up and running, and then we had Mario, whatever his real name is, you know.
The dude with the nostrils?
Braid my hair. Yeah, the one on Empire.
Yeah.
Because he's from Baltimore, so he made an appearance and he sang. And then we had Pretty Ricky, and Spectacular was grinding the floor on everything, towels. He came out in a towel, grinding. It was rather uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable now, because it's like, this might have been cute back in like 2005, 2006, 07.
I mean, if you stay in shape,
I
mean, do your thing, you know. If you stay in shape.
But it's 2019.
Say what?
It was 2019. But you know what? He was the only one of the group that I guess you could say was in shape.
That's what I'm saying. They probably all met before this tour.
The
Was
rest
just
of them,
like, which one is going to be the in shape dude? Because he was
well,
like,
apparently they're all brothers. They're all
what? I thought they were
yeah,
like
they all
cousins or
share a
something.
father.
Mm.
No, they all share a father apparently. Pretty Ricky. I learned this episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami, or maybe it was LA.
You
I
got
don't
all the
know.
facts.
Love and Hip Hop is like my Wikipedia. The point is, they're related. And Spectacular was the only one that was in shape, grinding on everything. The other ones, they were sort of kind of out of breath, but it wasn't like super obvious that they were out of breath. But you knew there's been like some decades since they had been on stage doing this. But
Right.
here nor there, they actually did put on a decent show for what it's worth.
Yep.
And then after them was B2.
How y'all doing? Again, that was part one of a 3-part series. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned. I'll let you guys know when part 2 is updated or uploaded, all that good stuff, so you guys can follow the story. All right, y'all take care. Peace.